Yo, what is going on YouTube? It is your boy Lucky Tech and welcome back to another banger. Today we're going to be doing the Marvel Rivals Bronze to Diamond tier list. I'm going to be showing you guys these characters that are really good in Bronze all the way up to Diamond. Some of these characters start to fall off terribly once you get past Diamond. So that's why I'm going to be making two separate tier lists. One for Bronze to Diamond and then Diamond to Eternity, and obviously you can't forget the one above all rank. But yeah, with that being said, let's just get right into it. So first we're going to start off with Adam Warlock, and he is very good, I'm not gonna lie, especially in the lower ranks, because being able to get a res off and just res your team, just, you know, really unbeatable. I'm gonna have to go A. He's not S because he literally has no movement at all, like he's just slow. But other than that, Adam Warlock's really good. You can put out a lot of damage with Adam Warlock. So next we have Black Panther, and I'm not gonna lie, Black Panther in the right hands is very strong, and I don't know, I'd almost put him at S tier, but it is very rare that you're gonna find just like the perfect Black Panther in these ranks, but he's still very good. So I'm gonna put him in A tier. I think Black Panther is a very great character to use. Learn Black Panther and you will be slamming their backline. Next we have Black Widow. Once you get to the higher ranks, I'd say past Diamond, she does get pretty good just because people ban Hawkeye and Hela. But because Hawkeye and Hela aren't banned, she's pretty bad. Probably gonna have to put her in D tier just because people in those lower ranks don't know how to play with her well, and therefore she's just really not that good. Easy to counter. If she gets pushed by like any character, she's pretty much dead. So yeah, that's why she's going in D tier. Next we have Hulk, and Hulk himself isn't really the most, you know, insane character, but because Hulk has survivability, can transform from Bruce Banner back into Hulk, and because of the gamma charge ability you get with Iron Man and Doctor Strange, he's definitely going to have to go on S tier because he's going to make your team so much stronger. He makes Doctor Strange really strong and Iron Man really strong. So I think that putting him in S tier is very valid. He's very great to the team. Good tank. He's still pretty strong. He has some decent mobility, and overall he's just pretty good. So yeah, gotta put Hulk in S tier. So next we have Captain America, and I really want to put Captain America higher because, you know, I'm a Cap fan. You know, he was great in the movies, but in this game particularly, he is just not meta tank right now. And I wouldn't even say he's bad, but he's just really not good compared to the other characters. So we're gonna have to put him in C tier. We're gonna have to. The higher rank you get, especially like towards gold and diamond, you're not gonna be seeing a lot of Captain Americas, and overall he's just not that useful for your team. If your healers are bad, you're constantly going to be taking damage after your shield is done with Captain America, and it's just not going to be good for you after that point. Next we have Cloak and Dagger, and Cloak and Dagger is one of the characters that will help you fly through rank in Diamond. And Diamond is kind of where you start to slow down with Cloak and Dagger, but Cloak and Dagger is still very good in gold, in plat, in silver, and all the ranks. All right, the Cloak and Daggers is very good. I'm gonna have to put them in A tier, but when I was using them, it honestly felt like they were S tier. I mean, if you use Dagger correctly and you only bring out Cloak when you're up by a significant number against whatever enemies are left on the point, you're going to be putting in the work with Cloak and Dagger. Not to mention their ult, you can just stand in it and infinitely take damage, and you're not dying unless you get one tap. So very good character right here. Next we have Doctor Strange, and if you played any ranked at all, came across anyone who has brain cells, who knows how to use Doctor Strange even remotely correctly, you will know that Doctor Strange is he. Doctor Strange is the counter for so many ops, His shield is massive. He's just a great character overall. And we're going to put him in front of Hulk because he is definitely or if not one of the best tanks in the game. You need Doctor Strange on your team, especially if you want to rank up fast. You need a Doctor Strange. Now Groot is actually he's a good character overall, and in the higher ranks, you could possibly put him A, but in bronze through diamond, Groot is insane. Groot has so much kill potential. He has so much blocking potential. You can box people up. You need Groot, all right? He should be your third option for a tank if you're not using Hulk or Doctor Strange. And overall, he is very good, okay? Like, learn Groot, you'll be chilling. You literally you put up a wall in front of you. They're not doing nothing about it. Now, these next two are very obvious. And if a bad player is using them, they're probably not going to do that well, you know what I'm saying? But both Hawkeye and Hela are both going inside S tier. Everyone knows this. You can one-shot combo with Hela. You can one-shot with Hawkeye. Hawkeye does an insane amount of damage. Hela's ult is pretty good, even though most people do run Doctor Strange. But if you take out the Doctor Strange and pop Hela ult, you're pretty much wiping everyone left. And they're just very OP. All you have to have is good aim. Now, it's easier said than done to have good aim, but like, they're broken. Okay, they're broken. We're not even gonna speak on it. For Iron Fist, we're gonna be putting him in B tier. Now, Iron Fist, he's a problem in quick play. Okay, people in rank have a little bit more brain cells than people in quick play. And so they're not just going to let you solo beat him up. Solo. They're not going to let you do that. Okay. He starts to fall off kind of as soon as you get to gold. As soon as you're not bringing Iron Fist into plat because you're going to get bodied. Okay. You're going to do no damage, no DPS. I'm sure there's some person out there who's really cracked with Iron Fist. He starts to fall off quickly in ranks. So that's why we're putting him at B. He's not a bad character. He's just not quick enough to be, just the diver. He's not magic speed. He doesn't have invulnerability frames. He's not Black Panther. He's not Black Panther speed at all. This character right here. This character is a problem in any ranked, okay? Maximum Pulse! Now, there can be some bad Iron Mans, especially silver gold on your team. But if you see someone running Iron Man in plat or diamond, they're probably going to be doing work with Iron Man. If they have Hulk on their team, Iron Man's going to be from going to shooting ballistic missiles to nuclear missiles. And you can pretty much two-tap. Iron Man he's broken. Okay? I'm going to forcefully say this. Iron Man is broken. He's really good, especially in the lower ranks. A lot of people don't run air support. If you're running a team who has an Iron Fist, you just fly max height and you're chilling. But Jarvis told me to put him on S tier. Okay, so next we have Jeff. Jeff, that shark. Jeff, when this game initially released, not talking about the beta, but initial release, Jeff was the scariest character, bro. Especially for new players, all you hear is 9, 9, 9. And then all of a sudden, and you're off the map, you're dead. I'm gonna put Jeff B, okay? Here's why. Jeff is a great character in the lower ranks because the ult can literally win you games. I've seen the ult also lose games, okay, where a Jeff is like, oh, let me use my ult. Except when you're underground, it doesn't count that you're on the point. His healing ability, he's good for the tanks. As far as you using a character who's a flyer or Spider-Man or someone who's very mobile and all over the place, you're probably not going to be getting healed that much by Jeff. The team ability with Groot's cool, especially in like silver, bronze. It looks scary. Like you see Groot building walls and he's not taking any damage. Jeff, B tier for sure. Loki, A tier. Okay, here's why. Okay. Loki is so underrated, especially for people who don't have that much awareness. Just being able to like teleport, leave a clone past you, drop a healing, circle on your team, and then do a bunch of damage with his primary attack. His ult, it's cool. You can basically have any ult you want in the game. Your powers are mine. Yeah, he's cool. He's a cool A. All right. I wouldn't put him in B. Wouldn't put him below because he has a lot of potential. Next, we have Luna Snow, and Luna Snow is very good. Okay. Now, she might take some getting used to, having to aim your heals, but her heal potential is good, just as good as any healer. Her damage potential is great, just as great as any healer. And her ult is just broken. You get 12 seconds of, she's definitely going in S tier. Next we have Magic, and Magic is extremely annoying to play against. I'm gonna have to put her above Black Panther. I'm gonna have to put her in A, okay? And here's why. Even if you're bad with Magic and you don't know how to combo, you're getting frames of invulnerability. She's a great diver. It's very easy to escape with her, and her sword is long as heal. Her sword is extremely long. Next we have Magneto. He's a solid tank. Nothing too special. His shield bubbles are good, and but a lot of people aren't really gonna know how to use them correctly. That's why we got to put him in A tier. Like past Diamond, Magneto gets really good. He does, especially if they're banning some of these characters right here. He's not the best at what he does. He's not the best shielding character. His ult is mid, and he's just very okay. Next we have Mantis. We are undefeatable. Okay, we are undefeatable because she's going in S tier. Okay, Mantis is really, really easy to use and great at what she does. She heals. She can heal progressively when she heals one person. So as long as they're not taking, an absurd amount of damage, they'll get healed. Her ult is very strong. You heal everyone around you full HP. You can do a lot of damage with her when you use the ult. People always forget you can literally do more and faster damage when you use her ult. She also has her Inspire ability. I really like that. And yeah, that's why she's going in S. Now, Moon Knight is also a very good damage character. So learn Moon Knight, abuse his arcs, whatever they're called. My arc has been destroyed. Abuse Moon Knight in the lower ranks. When you get to the higher ranks, he's not that good. People just know to destroy his thing. But when people are grouped up, if you throw one of those where they're not seeing it, you have a cloak and dagger and you're invisible, you're just going to be farming damage. And the more people there are in that area, and the more damage it does. Next we have Namor. He's also very good. I'm going to put him very high A. People who play ranked start to learn that damages are supposed to dive on the healers. They're supposed to target the healers, but because of his turrets, you can stop your healers from getting dive bombed because they're constantly taking damage. Your healers aren't brainless. They'll do some damage back, and then your tank might turn, and then boom, they just got blasted for trying to target the healer. Yeah, I don't know. Namor is very good. His ult is okay, and his main attack is very strong. So yeah, you got to put him in A. I mean, there's nowhere really else to put him. So next we have Penny Parker, and when you're playing on those maps where you're taking the point and defending it instead of moving or defending a moving point, Penny is very, very good. Okay, placing her mines, setting up her traps, you can easily protect your backline and provide a pretty valuable tank. Okay, she's not too broken, but against these lower ranks, she's very good. So I'm gonna have to put her, you know, she's definitely up there. You know, once you get past diamond, that's when you might see the fall off of Penny. Like, you shouldn't be playing Penny if you're moving, you know, the payload on those, you know, because her traps aren't really going to do anything, and that's when her usability just kind of falls off. But she's still very good. Love a good Penny. Now Psylocke, immediately we're putting S tier, okay? And this is why. Psylocke has so much potential as a character, okay? It is very easy to poke characters out, cause them to focus on you, and take away pressure from your healers or your tank. And that is very important. That's kind of like the role of damage. You know, you want to be distracting, you want to be annoying. And that's Psylocke. She can turn invisible, okay? She has dashes, so she has good movement, you know what I'm saying? And her damage output is through the roof. I mean, it's a high damage burst character. The closer you are, the more damage you're gonna do. But you can combo people quick enough, especially in plat below, where the character's not gonna be able to react to do anything. Her ult is very good. I've been maining Psylocke in this game so far. I have about 30 hours on Psylocke, lots of damage output. Her main attack refreshes all of her other abilities quicker when you hit it. So overall, Psylocke has to be S tier. Next, we have Punisher. Like, come on, you know you've gotten blasted by Punisher before if you played this game. I'm gonna have to put him in low S. His damage output is really consistent. His shotgun is really good. His ult is very strong. I think it's the strongest ultimate in the game as far as damage you can put per second. And overall, Punisher is just very well-rounded. Great movement, good health. His turret, obviously, can't forget about his turret. Yeah, that's why Punisher is going in S tier. Next, we have Rocket, and Rocket in these lower ranks is terribly misused. You can res people with him, and his ultimate, you know, I guess it can be helpful in some situations, but generally speaking, Rocket really isn't all that. Very hard to use, especially if you have an Iron Man or like for some reason if you had a Storm on your team. He's not going to be great at healing those type of characters. He has, you know, his little dashes, his movement's okay, but, you know, I might put him above Jeff, but Rocket's just really not that good to me as far as the rest of the healers in the game. Next, we have Scarlet Witch. When this game first came out, she was pretty, you know, good. And then everyone figured out you can just blast her while she's trying to hit her ult. You know, once those ball charges are gone, if you have distance on her, she's pretty easy to contain. She's okay, you know? She's okay, you know? She's not as OP as people thought. I'd say in bronze to gold, you can put in some work with Wanda. But people aren't letting that slide in plat and diamond at all. So I'm gonna have to put her in the C tier, okay? She's not the worst character. She's definitely not the best. Now, Spider-Man in the right hands can be really, really good, okay? Hear me out. Spider-Man in the right hands could be the toughest damage you've ever seen. Spider-Man in the wrong hands is going 1-7, is going 0-9, is not putting out that much damage, and overall is selling your team. You're gonna lose the game. So I'm gonna have to put Spider-Man, you know, I'm gonna have to put him in B tier, okay? He's not bad by any means, but he's just not the greatest compared to some of these other damage characters. You have to be extremely good at doing what you do with Spider-Man, or else you're gonna sell your team. Squirrel Girl, you know, she's all right, man. Her ult is terrible. You know, if you play her right, you can put out a good amount of damage, but she's not good at taking out, you know, characters that are in the air. You're probably not going to be doing much damage to any on Doctor Strange. And yeah, that's why she's going the bottom of B tier. If you know how to use her, you can put out a good amount of damage with Squirrel Girl. And if you have a Spider-Man team up, you know, you can stun people with, you know, that throwing that big acorn at him. But other than that, Squirrel Girl's she's not all that. Next we have Star-Lord. Probably just gonna put him very top of A. Star-Lord does great damage. Star-Lord reloads his weapon after he does any one of his abilities. His ult is very strong. His mobility movement is good. And he has a team up ability with Mantis. All right, next we have Storm. Very terrible. The chances of you getting someone who is that good at aiming to use Storm instead of Hela or Hawkeye in bronze to diamond, maybe diamond, you know, you might find a nasty Storm, but overall Storm is, she's awful. Why are you 2 and 7, 2000 damage, OT? Enough ranting. I'm just having PTSD from Storm selling my game, because why are you using Storm? Next we have Thor. A tier, automatically A tier, and here's why. Thor by himself without any type of strategy plan, you know, probably just gonna try to, you know, attack the other tanks and he's gonna get blasted quick. But Thor in maybe a high gold or a platinum or a diamond's hands, he's gonna be annoying either the people targeting the backline, the enemy's healers. He's gonna harass them. Definitely deserving of A tier. Next we have Venom. Very annoying to go against a good Venom. Compared to the other tanks, Venom really isn't all that. You gotta be accurate with his attack. His ult is just mid. I think the most annoying part about him is just the fact that you can heal like almost all your HP with him with the shield, and then that just allows you to get healed even more by your healers. But other than that, he's really not it, you know. He's okay. He's nothing special, but he's all right. Next we have Armed and Dangerous again. Next we have Bucky, and Bucky is very, very good, dude. You can grab people with his hook. You can combo him pretty easily. His gun does a lot of damage. With the Rocket team up, he's not losing any ammo. If you have a player who knows how to use him versus a team that is just bad, you're going to team wipe with his ult. And for that reason, we're gonna put him right next to Star-Lord. Okay, now he's not the greatest character, but he's not bad at all. Like, he's not bad at all. His movement is his only lacking, you know, characteristic. Now Wolverine and bronze to diamond is going to be an okay pick. Okay, in the right hands, somebody who knows what they're doing with Wolverine, has had time played on Wolverine. So we're talking like maybe gold, plat. The Wolverine might tear you guys apart if he knows what he's doing. He might, but like, other than that, you don't really see Wolverines that often, especially in these ranks. So therefore he's gonna go, you know, we're gonna put him high B. Okay, I don't want to hear any hate, because there's other, you know, creators out there that are really good with Wolverine. We're talking about bronze through diamond. But yeah, YouTube, with that being said, this is the Marvel Rivals bronze through diamond tier list. I really hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you guys did, make sure to subscribe, press that like button. You know, if your fingers are feeling it today, you know, just leave a like, man. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.